Alrighty. I changed it up a little bit there, so it's not quite the normal phrase. Anyway, welcome everyone to Chapter 6 of the thrilling anime space opera of Angels, Smugglers, and Bounty Hunters. So, let's go ahead and we'll get started. I am Rob Sliver, the game master, creator, illustrator, all those things of this overly complicated world and universe, and these are my players/characters.
I'm Jonathan. I play Thomas Viper Graham. I am a pilot who's a smuggler and a bounty hunter who happened upon these two on an asteroid, and we've been traveling the galaxies, getting in all sorts of trouble, trying to find their way home.
My name is Rin. I play Atlas, a fae from the divine realm. One day I got transported into a place that wasn't my home, and really I've just been trying to get home since then.
My name is Ashley, and I play Aelin Cloudsplitter. I am an angel of sorts, and I was awoken by this one here, and I too am just trying to get home.
All right. So recently, the three of you, or three of our, I guess you're not really heroes, but we call you three of our characters.
Protagonist?
Yeah, sure. We'll go with protagonists. We'll go be very proper. Our three protagonists have stealthily snuck up to the Artifact Museum floor. They did this after hours, and they were pretty good about, getting all the way through everything, security measures included, and making it up to this said room that they had viewed prior and kind of got the lay for. Unfortunately, what they found was a false spear. At the same time, some things kind of happened, not so, what do we say? Smoothly. You guys didn't have the smoothest time actually trying to extract the spear. So instead it was kind of knocked loose. And even though it was saved from completely falling, it seems as though there's a small red light that went off. You don't know exactly what this means. So,
I will say, most of us don't know it's fake.
that's true. That's true. At this point, the only one who actually knows that it's fake is Aelin. But I'm sure that she will share the news very soon. So there's a small, slight moment where there's just pure silence in this room. There's a tension in the air that kind of slightly rises, and the only light being emitted in this entire room is from that small red light that recently turned on after you slightly jostled the spear and stopped it from falling.
Can we, see each other kind of within this red light?
Yeah, I mean, don't some of you guys have dark vision and such?
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, making sure. So I'm just going to kind of, look between you two and just kind of be and then,
Okay. Am I, I'm going to try to use, because obviously if she's telling us to be quiet, we're in a bad situation. So I'm going to try to use my illusion of magic once again to try and glamour us.
Okay.
Make it look like we're not there.
Try to make yourselves invisible.
Yes, sir. That would be a 12.
12?
Yes.
Okay, as you're doing it, you kind of get startled by this sound of tap, tap, tap. Sounds like shoes that are getting closer to you guys. Now, this is technically the layout of the art of the museum you guys are in. You guys are pretty much there where you see yourselves. And you hear footsteps coming from the entrance where the elevators were and the little stairwell. There's stairwells in there, I just didn't draw them. You hear steps coming from there. And you guys see more or less in view because you guys can see in the dark. You see there are two individuals. One of them seems to be a middle-aged man who is in a suit, if you will. He looks like he has some sort of equipment on him. You can't really tell what it is. It doesn't look like a gun. He's got gray hair. I'm not sure if you guys can see color in this dim light, but he has gray hair and it's combed back and it's kept very neat. You could see that he also has. You could tell that he would easily grow a very luscious beard, but he keeps it trimmed neat. So he probably has to trim very frequently, John style. So as he walks in, clap, clap. Hello there. I know you're hiding here. You did get the glamour off, but you were a little bit startled, so you're like, what the fuck? So, and you see there's another person that's in like a hood behind them. They've got a staff. But you could tell the hood, it comes up and you could see it's a white cloak that they have, and there's like a cross of sorts, like a crucifix that's on the front of it. I do not wish to play games here. Come out from your hiding spot.
Okay. I'm just gonna drop the glamour and stand up. Oh. Because,
Well, he's standing in the only way out.
He knows we're there.
Yeah, but he may have not known where we were.
I said I'm gonna step up. I didn't say you guys had to.
You dropped the glamour. We have no choice.
It is true. Suddenly, you are all in view, and you could see him stand up straight. Yes. Don't hide from the fate that will befall you. Now, what brings you to this location? I heard there were angels running amok. Could it be that it was you? You came straight to my doorstep, as I was hoping.
I'm going to step forward and say we had gotten word that the real artifact had been stolen. I needed to see for myself because that's preposterous.
And you recognize, now that you kind of step forward, this is one of the apostles. Apostle Shaywin. The one you guys avoided previously. And you overheard him talking with the general prior. And he just stares at you when you ask the question as if he owes you no response. You only owe him once. You're getting that vibe from him. Do you say anything more?
I mean, no, I'm
Okay.
just going to keep staring at him because...
Okay. It's kind of like
yeah, because mine is more so. I'm like, did you know that? Like, I mean, what's your reaction?
It
more
doesn't
so, I
look like
think
he's
it would be like
surprised.
investigate. Okay, I would say it would be more like investigative. Like, I want to see what his reaction is
He
when I
looks-
tell him that it's fake.
slight smirk. As if he knows. Give me an insight roll.
I'm a little surprised and upset now.
I had to break the news somehow, and I just didn't get the chance. I'm sorry.
Do you really think that we would simply put the greatest spear on display right in the center of a museum? That sounds quite foolish.
I mean, I was kind of hoping.
Well, you hoped wrong, boy.
As was I, seeing as how this is to represent Venora. I didn't think that it would be fake, and I had to see for myself.
It is here. I can assure you that.
So, since the artifact's fake, do I get a refund? Like, this whole trip's fake now.
He just looks
I'm not-
away from you while you blabber off on the side, and you kind of get like a little side chatter bubble that opens up on the side. Did you roll insight?
16.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely tell that he knows a lot more than he's letting on about this artifact. Well, it seems as though we have one thing to get out of the way before the punishment begins. I will introduce myself, and then you will introduce yourselves. I think it fair. I am the Apostle Shaywin. And you are?
Is he looking at me?
He looks between all three of you. Jesus.
I'm assuming I'm closest right now, so I'll just say I'm Aelin Cloudsplitter.
Actually, I guess technically Thomas is based on this little chart here, because I'll say that he walks up right here.
Yeah, but I had stepped forward, didn't I?
Okay, sure, you step through.
Okay. And then, so I'll say I'm Aelin Cloud Splitter, an angel assassin of Metatron.
So you are exactly who we believed you to be.
There's no point in lying to you. I will be punished regardless.
Do you roll your eyes like that?
No, I
Oh.
didn't. That was me
You
just
looked
looking
over.
at you.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, you will be punished. I am happy that you see it in such an easy way. So you will then all come quietly then.
I'll bow and say, as an angel's duty, it is always our duty to be honest and loyal.
So do all of you guys bow down? And it seems relatively uncharacteristic for her to do this. So your guys, I would imagine you guys might be like, what the fuck is she doing?
Yeah, I think I will. I will also.
I'm gonna try to do like a little fake bow and use a sleight of hand. I bought a poison a while, well, 2 poisons, but I've only used 1 a while back.
Okay.
So I want to try to use sleight of hand to apply it to my blade.
Okay. Sure. Give me a sleight of hand roll as you kneel down.
13.
Okay, let me see. What you 13 you said?
Yeah.
You succeed. You kneel down and you very, very slyly coat your blade with a thick, goopy poison as it kind of somehow, like, magically absorbs into the blade. You're like, wow, that's fucking neat. Magically or scientifically, you're not sure. They seem to be the same thing in this world. So, you guys all kneel down and he walks forward. Enchanter, bind them. And you could hear the, as you guys have your heads down or you still have your heads up?
I mean, when I bowed, I was more so like doing the military salute rather than like what I envisioned was military salute, not like on my knees.
Oh, I thought you were doing like a kneel bow.
Okay. So
Sorry, I've been watching too much Game of Thrones.
I
guess.
suppose then I will just smoothly, place both knees on the floor then instead of a single knee, bow sort of thing, and I'll place my hands behind me, kind of like over my wings, if that makes sense,
Okay.
and then like clasp my hands together and then like keep my my head down.
Okay, so the enchanter gets behind you guys, and it looks like he's about to start, I guess, cuffing you or something. But you hear him chanting something. Like whispering. You can't really make out the words. It sounds like a tongue that you're not familiar with.
I'm going to take this opportunity to try to cut the enchanter.
You're going to go for an attack?
Yeah.
Okay, so this will start combat, which means you guys have reached an encounter. All right, you
started shit on this planet. I'm continuing shit here.
you guys will get
I
one.
am always for chaos. Let's
This
go.
one.
I feel like we're going
Stealth
full
strike here.
divinity with it.
Do I can I make an investigation or insight roll to see if I notice Viper trying to attack the enchanter or seeing what he does?
You can give me a perception roll.
Perception, okay.
I'm also gonna roll a perception roll for that.
So how am I rolling this for sneak? Or do I just roll a sneak at first to see if I succeed and then roll the attack?
No, you just have you are in the perfect position to make a sneak attack. You don't need to do that. You just essentially have to try. If you succeed at the attack, it's a sneak attack, and if you don't, then you just fail. He just
22.
22, huh? Okay.
16 for perception.
22 for perception.
You both are able to see him do it, but not fast enough to react.
Okay.
Okay.
So like
Not even like I wouldn't be able to create my.
not you could start an action, but you
Okay.
can't complete an action.
Okay, then I would like to in this
Okay.
moment immediately start creating double daggers.
Okay. That's fine. I also created a little thing on your character sheet for your when you actually create the daggers. So what it'll do is when you create the daggers, you take 1 point away from your spells, and then those daggers are what you use for the damage.
Ooh, I see this. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god, you shouldn't have.
All right, and you rolled a. I'm sorry, what was your roll?
22.
22. Jesus. Okay, you definitely hit. So what's the damage that you deal? And it's a sneak attack, so it doesn't. I believe that's gets extra damage.
Well, I rolled a 7 for damage,
Okay, and
but I don't know
remember the strength-
where the poison would apply to that.
oh, did I not give you? I'll say that the poison adds an extra 1d8 of damage. So just roll me a 1d8, and it'll last for 3 turns. So try to keep that in mind.
All right.
It'll do 1d8 per turn.
So that's 7 initial damage. Nine damage altogether.
Okay. Okay. You strike him, and this is where it looks like you guys. All right, the turns at this point will be so. Timus just went. I'll let Aelin, Atlas, then those two, the enemies will go. Then Thomas, Aelin, Atlas, the Enchanter, the Apostle, and so on. So you struck the Apostle. So you turn around very quickly, and did you go for like a gut strike type thing, or did you just go for shank or a slice?
More of a slice, just because there's
Okay.
poison on the blade.
He tried to jump back fast enough, but you were able to slice right through the cloth pretty easily as it kind of cut a good portion of like the upper arm right towards the shoulder, and then you kind of traced his upper his upper pec, and then he was able to get away. But it was definitely enough to do a good deal of damage. You could see there's blood kind of seeping through the cloak, and you can also see that. Without a doubt, the poison in his head. He can look down. The poison's vicious. It automatically has started kind of like festering the wound. And you're like, yeah, I got you, motherfucker. And you could see him jump back, and he taps the staff on the ground like he's going to do something when it's his turn. So, Aelin.
As he's running away, I would like to throw my a dagger into either the back of his calf or the back of his thigh.
Okay, so he wasn't really running. He jumped back more. So, but you can throw it towards the front of his leg if you'd like.
Okay, then I would like to go for either like the groin area or the thigh.
Okay, because like
Somewhere
he went
to
like
inflict I would like to inflict the most amount of pain, but not kill him
This. Okay,
completely.
you're able to see where you guys are placed
Yes.
on. Okay. So yeah, he just jumped back, and you throw.
He's the E, right?
Yeah.
Okay, making sure.
Yeah, I tried to put Enchanter and
Enchanter.
Apostle.
Okay, I want to make sure I got that right. Okay. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but you can't assume 2022.
For sure. All right, so you throw the dagger, and let's see where it lands. You're looking for one of the more crucial spots to really like kind of cripple his mobility.
So I got a 19 for my hit.
Zetus Lepidus. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me some damage roll on that.
My damage is a 10.
Okay. You hear from behind you as you nail him in like the inner thigh. You don't hit him directly in the groin, but you definitely know that if you didn't hit the femoral artery, you were very,
Very close to it.
and it's going to be very dangerous for him to pull that back out.
Okay.
So-
but it didn't look like I hit it though, right?
You don't know exactly. You don't see it gushing yet. So if you hit it,
Now I'm gonna
You're
roll my.
blocking it.
Now I'm rolling my eyes.
okay.
I really tried not to hit his artery.
But you're not sure.
Okay.
Oh, did I kill you? Sorry.
I'm still gonna automatically. Now I'm gonna.
You're trying not to hit the artery though.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm not trying to kill him.
all right, then you're
Like
probably
I said, I just
assuming-
wanted to inflict the most amount of pain.
Well, then
Because that is a heavy duty muscle right there.
It is. We'll say that you since you're not going for the kill, we'll say you didn't hit that femoral artery, but you dig it deep into his leg.
Okay.
So you just see the hilt pretty much just sticking out, and he
Plain
you bitch, and he's kind of got like a voice.
So I'm just gonna stand up and just kind of like
Atlas,
make a creepy ass face.
your turn.
Okay, so I will. How close am I? Wait, let me see how close I am. I'm pretty close to the enchanter. So I am going to. I'm actually gonna grab my weapon and honestly just two-hand swing from the top down at him.
So you're going to jump at him and try to attack? Okay.
Enchanter's getting jumped.
I know. He's like, I'm going to arrest these bitch. Oh.
So 14.
Okay. That hits. Give me a damage roll.
Okay.
Jeez. This guy's going to die before he gets...
19.
You did 19 damage?
Damage, yes, sir.
See, and if I made this any harder, you guys would have been like, oh my god, this is too much. But you guys are fucking slaying these people right
Hey,
now.
well, this enchanter's a bitch.
Apparently. Apparently, he should have brought more of them with him. All right, so you sliced him, and you slice right through his shoulder, and you lop one of his arms off. And you could see he screams out as he's got these wounds, and you could see he taps his body with his staff, and you see the wound start to burn with this white light and cauterize, and you see the stab wound in his leg, like light bursts out from his leg, and it launches the dagger out, and it kind of dissipates because it was still a fairly new dagger, and it was still mana, and you can see. So whatever he used, it cauterized his wounds. It didn't heal him, but he's not bleeding, and he's not taking the same, I guess, fallbacks. However, you don't think that it cleared the poison. It just dealt with the flesh wounds.
The enchanter? Right?
It's just a flesh wound.
Vivint? Oh. Okay, we might have a noise.
Some doggies barking here in a second.
Yeah.
We apologize for any inconvenience. Might you need to use the restroom? We have one located in the rear, in the middle, as well as behind us.
Oh,
if you
is
could
it
please
just a delivery?
put on your headphones. That way you may hear us better.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, it's a package.
Oh, that's my chirp wheel.
Oh my god, a
it's your
chirp
chirp
wheel. What the
Yay.
Would you look at
fuck
that?
is an
Thank you. Just put it
all-purpose
on the
flower? What the hell is a chirp wheel?
For his
I'm
bag.
sorry, sidebar.
It connected. All right.
Chirp wheel.
Sorry about that. We might have another interruption later on because somebody will be arriving home. That being said, it was the enchanter's turn. He just cauterized his wounds. And you can see as he lifts his hand up. What can the enchanter even do? Let me see.
Yeah, what can the enchanter even do?
We know a lot about what he can't do.
He must have a lot of health.
Encanter.
Oh,
Got him.
He did. That was really nice.
I'm going to my room. I'm done.
Okay, you see him. Let me see. Yeah, he raises his staff towards. Let me see you. Yeah, definitely you. You lopped his arm off. And he points it, and you see this massive fireball start to form at the end of the staff and poof, launch at you. You are quite close, and it seems like he's not giving much of a shit about himself if this seems to burst. So you're thinking,
Okay.
not so good for the home team.
I mean, I suppose I can just try to get out of the way, whether it is up or to the side. Maybe both, diagonally.
Okay, give me.
Diagon Alley?
What is your AC?
Diagonally? 16.
Okay, this hits. Let's see here. What's the damage on it?
What?
Oh, 86. And it does explode, by the way.
Ooh-wee.
So you guys have to make dexterity rolls to get out of the way as it strikes her and bursts.
But it goes right at her.
Oh, yeah, it nailed her.
So there's nothing I could be doing to try to like last minute throw.
Is
She
it,
got struck by it.
Oh Jesus!
Dexterity or
Jesus.
dexterity
It's
save?
dexterity save.
Answer that question.
What's the question?
Question.
Yeah, that's definitely a master
Is it
question
hot
right
temp
there.
or hot how he looks? Both.
Dexterity save, right?
Yeah. Just say I didn't get saved.
Yeah, I don't think I did either.
Oh, yikes.
Maybe.
I'm sorry, we've been punished.
Okay. Each of you take 17 damage.
Ouchie.
I'm dead then.
You should be at full health. You have 32 health.
Oh, okay. Okay, so how does it work then? Because my armor class is 15.
Yeah, but your health is 32.
Right.
So,
do I only take 2 damage then? Because now.
No, it requires over a 15 to hit you.
Oh, okay.
So a person has to roll a 16, 17, 18, 19 to be able to strike you. Then they roll for damage.
Okay,
and, then you
and
take
I
that
took
full
17.
Damage. You
Okay,
all take
all right,
17
Cool,
damage.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
I
some-
thought you. Okay, you did do it.
Some
yeah,
abilities
I know it. Thank
aren't
you.
based on AC. They're just based on dex saves or things like that. So
Thank
she
you.
was the one who went AC, and then you guys had to deal with dex saves.
Okay.
Because it was explosion. So your armor would have actually probably been detrimental to you in that,
Gotcha.
if you had it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay. So that was his move, and it is now the apostle's turn. You can see him lift his hand, and he pulls, like, it looks like that equipment that he's holding. It looks like just a small, like a hilt, and you can see it flip out and become a bow. And you see him draw back an arrow pretty cleanly, and he lets it loose at who's in the back. Actually, it looks like you'd be the closest to him.
Who?
Me.
Okay.
And you said what's your AC?
15.
15. Okay, so do you wish to go by your AC, which would be essentially a dodge, or do you want to try to do something to react? Because reactions are available too.
I would like to react.
Okay. Because you guys can always opt to attack or do something different rather than just going by AC.
I would like to divine create a shield of some sort in front of me.
Okay, so you're going to try to shield your... So it's more or less an attack to an attack.
A block to an attack. A parry.
Yeah, but a parry would be technically...
That's
It's an
considered an attack.
attack, yeah.
Okay.
So give me a roll for your divine creation for essentially making the wall.
$10?
Okay, so you make the wall and it bursts apart as the arrows just... It doesn't look like your wall got created fast enough as it was like, forming,
Okay.
because he got a higher roll than you. And it blasts through and you take 8 damage. As an arrow strikes you right in the shoulder, you're like, oh my God.
Okay.
All right. So he knocks another arrow very quickly and aims it at you. And he looses the arrow.
Okay, I'm gonna try to attack back.
Have you guys been taking health away? Yeah, I see that you
Yes.
take. Yeah. Okay. You're going to try to what?
Attack back.
Okay. You're attacking.
And I'm gonna use my scythe, but I'm gonna try to do one of the blasts from the scythe.
Okay, so since you're coming from essentially facing the opposite direction, I will give you disadvantage for turning around and just swinging.
Okay, so I
Okay.
just don't have advantage then.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yes,
yeah.
since it's a distance attack. Since that's technically illusion magic.
Well, it's with the scythe,
Right.
so I'm getting the knockdown for it.
the
right?
knockdown.
So, right, I wouldn't get the advantage. I would just get
Right.
regular.
It's supposed to be for illusion magic, and since this is just a technical swing, but you're right, it is
Oh,
illusion
okay,
magic
okay.
that you're seeing.
Tech-
I'll
okay,
allow
so-
it. It is a loophole.
Okay.
It is true.
Tis strategic.
13.
13.
Yes.
Um,
Get hit by an arrow.
Okay. He shoots the arrow and it's right through the blast and it dissipates. And just like her, you have a matching wound on the opposite side. You take 12 damage.
Okay.
Do you wish to surrender now, fools? You've already caused enough damage.
We can cause more.
All right.
I'm
And
gonna.
you can see the enchanter's breathing pretty fucking heavy.
I'm gonna try
It's Thomas's turn, yeah.
something new
I
since
mean-
becoming an avatar.
You're gonna hurt us anyways, so why not fight back?
I am going to pull out my my omnium bullet, the sound gun.
It just got real. Okay.
Like I said, we can cause a little bit more damage.
Who do you aim it at?
I'm gonna aim it at the apostle's arm, like hand arm region.
Okay. His
Can't-
firing arm.
Can't shoot a bow if you only got one arm.
That is true. Okay.
Well, I mean, I guess you could with your feet, but that kind of
Takes a little bit of time to learn. All right. Give me a roll.
No, 9.
Okay. You fire it off and you're kind of angry, and for some reason the gun acts differently to you right now. You're mad, you're kind of frightened, I feel. What are the I mean, I feel like your character feels a range of emotions right now, probably a little bit scared.
Overpowered.
Yeah, like you're being a little overpowered right now. And you see your friends are wounded. You know, they've definitely got you're going to have to pay some money to get your suit stitched up and things like that.
Money we don't have.
Right. Especially when the artifacts are fake, you know. And you can see numerous artifacts in this area that have been hit by this fireball are like melting. So you're wondering if any of these are the actual artifacts or if they hold them elsewhere. Because they're doing this without, they don't seem to give a shit about what's in this room, you know. And yeah, as you fire off the weapon, it kicks back really hard. It doesn't hurt you or anything like that, but you actually slide slightly back.
Pretty much back to the stand.
Yeah, and you actually find yourself back up against it as it kind of wobbles, and you feel the heat from the fireball that was still kind of settling on the metal. It doesn't burn you or anything like that, but you didn't hit him, and you
I
blow
missed
up a
him.
portion of the wall.
Okay, well that works as well too.
Yeah.
Because that was my original plan, was to hit the wall, but then he pulled out a bow, so like fuck you.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Do
I
you
get-
have only one attack or two?
Well, he's a bit far away, so I'm not gonna use my. I don't have an attack, but I could disengage or like
Okay.
dodge or whatever. I've got a second action, but not an attack. But
So you can disengage from combat and try to go stealth, right?
While he's still like focused on Viper, I'm gonna turn to Atlas and like try to with one like my arm that's not shot with an arrow and like mouth to her and be like, "Can you agree?"
Okay,
Like
that's the
that,
only
like, try
interaction
to-
you guys can have.
Yeah.
in
Okay,
that time.
that's fine.
So you can't say anything
She
further.
can't. Okay.
So you can try to do what you want to do on your turn.
I'm gonna honestly, I'll just immediately, without her even responding, I'm gonna just immediately look back to Viper.
Well, you were focused on the enchanter, because he.
Okay, more
yeah,
focused.
You got
Okay.
hit from behind from the arrow, but you were like, ugh.
Okay.
and
So
you kinda-
then I'll look at her and then immediately go back to. Is that
Yeah, that's fine.
okay? All right. Cool.
I'm not gonna disengage because I figure I gotta be kind of the tank here. I probably have the most health.
You do see on your little arm readout that your friends are damaged. We're gonna take a small little moment. Well, we won't be gone for 10 minutes, so I'll just swap it back. Yes, thank you for the biddies. Well, I mean, thank you for everybody who's hopped in today. Well, we're still in. I just reopened it, but
It's super laggy.
is it?
Because I had to shut the door because I could hear you. You'll be like,
Yeah, there's gonna be a
and then tomorrow will be blah, blah, blah. And
The-
then it'll be like,
yeah, there's a pretty big delay.
It's not laggy, it's just delayed.
Yeah, you're watching an intense episode. They're gonna like, they're not doing so good. Oh, John's not gonna give up now.
Anti-can stop.
All right.
Oh, yes, take it.
So,
I got a biddy? Oh my god.
shit, I forgot what I was saying.
John was doing
I
a.
was not disengaging.
Yeah.
That's
and
right.
then
You're
She
just
did a
being
little
a tank.
talk.
You do see on your little readout thing that you can see that they're like in. One of them's obviously got some critical wounds.
Yeah.
Not
so,
that they're like lives. Well, actually, one of them is in critical state for sure.
Yeah, so I'm not going to disengage because, like I said, I've got to be the tank, and I just
I
drew a
think-
little attention to myself.
Do you have a thing called health sight? I believe that you do.
Would it be like under features and traits?
Um, let me see.
I'm not seeing anything like that.
Because I'm pretty sure you do have it.
Oh yeah, okay, here it is. It's under the Wraith Walker.
Okay. Yeah, so you can see that she has 7 health.
What?
Or Aelin has 7 health, and
Oh.
you have 27 health.
Okay.
And you're able to see like pretty much what their HP is, like floating above their head.
Yeah, I'm almost dead.
Yeah, I can't leave.
Yeah, but you can see that the enchanter has 2 hit points. You can't relay this, but
Yeah.
they kind of
Is-
already. They
Oh,
kinda know.
well, I didn't hear. It's fine.
Yep.
I'm very aware of my
Of your situation.
a little bit.
Okay, so that means it is Aelin's turn.
At this moment, I'm going to quickly glance at Atlas.
That hole in the wall, like, does it lead anywhere? That I blew it? Is it a possible escape route?
No, you blew up more like the, let's say,
The gun shook the entire building.
yeah, right? Why is it doing this to me?
It's not important. If it didn't create an exit, it doesn't matter. That's
You
all
blew
it
up
is.
like this portion of the like little entrance walkway thing. So, what do you do, Aelin?
That's why I'm gonna look at Atlas, like very quickly, to see if she's creating a monster like I asked if she could.
Well, my turn's after yours, so I have not.
Yeah, she.
I know, but is there any way that could be like,
You guys
I don't
take
know,
both
kind of
of
like
your
a
turns
dodge
at
kind of
once?
thing? Yeah. Like, because
I mean, we could take
my
both our
action,
turns at once.
my action is based off of her.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, sure. You go ahead and take your action. You can't say any more than that. So what is it that you do?
Okay, so I will make. What kind of big monster can I make?
Or creature.
I'll make like a chimera looking creature.
A chimera. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a 17
Okay, 17
plus whatever.
plus 20. Dirty 20.
Okay. You definitely make this very large. It looks like it could easily, topple 10 men as this massive beast comes out. Let's see here.
Came out of the hole in the wall.
And you make this giant fucking creature there.
So as the creature, I guess, like starts to kind of appear with my good arm, I'm also gonna kind of like hold out my hand, and I'm going to cast my sculpt spell, which is beginning at 2nd level. You can create pockets of relative safety within the effects of your evocation spell. When you cast an evocation spell that affects other creatures that you can see, you can choose a number of them equal to 1 plus the spell's level. The chosen creatures automatically succeed on their saving throws against the spell, and they take no damage if they would normally take half damage on a successful save.
I'm not sure what evocation spell you're using. Like, so
Wouldn't
that's
it just
supposed to
be like a
within-
buff, like on her creature?
That's supposed to be within an evocation spell, though.
Maybe I'm misunderstanding what an evocation spell is.
And I don't.
Wait, hold on. Let me see this. Oh, it's a special. So basically, any of your spells.
I kind of feel like the sculpt is the evocation spell
So-
that they're referring to.
I'm pretty sure that's when you use that attack, it makes it so that when your friends, because it's an AoE, if your friends get hit by it, they have saving throws to not get affected by it.
Oh, okay.
It within you. So like the AoE thing of the fire, that had the same situation, so that he didn't take damage, and so did the apostle didn't take damage in their own stuff. Because everybody
no,
has
it
to
says
make
the
rolls.
chosen creatures automatically succeed on their saving throws.
Why would you choose your enemies to succeed on their saving throws?
I'm not. I'm choosing it on her illusion.
Right. So it'd be through your own stuff. It's a saving throw, not on her attack throws.
So it's like
Right,
for
I think she means
defensive.
like if my creature got hit, then it would automatically.
Yeah, like a
gets-
buff kind of
yeah.
thing.
it'd be more along the lines of if the creature was created before the I almost call it the apostle, before the enchanter made the fireball, then if the creature was there when the fireball happened, it wasn't aimed at the creature would have had to make a saving throw as well too. Then the buff would have applied at that point.
So it.
So
Right, so
I can't put it on
technically-
there preemptively.
Um,
It has to only be in a defensive position.
Well, it's more only for your spells if you're doing something that's creating an issue for potentially your teammates as well.
Like the enchanter would have put that spell.
If you were using the enchanter spell right now, the explosion fireball thing, and you were using that, then your friends wouldn't get hurt by it, but everybody else would.
It's the big saving throws is the big word there.
Okay, well then I would like to try to add my divine energy into her chimera to make it, I guess, more realistic.
Okay. Give
Even
me.
if it's like made out of, all of a sudden it's made out of wood instead of, like actual animals or something, or it's made out of stone,
Okay. Give
Instead
me.
of just a straight illusion.
Yeah, because
So-
I cannot make living creatures, but if you animate the illusion, I can make an inanimate object into this creature, and we can combine.
So you can, the way that I'll do this, since it doesn't have any particular rules that go with it, you can use as many spell points as you like. You must say ahead of time how many spell points you're using for this.
I'm using all of mine.
You're
I'm
gonna use
almost.
all your spells?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm all in right now.
And then you'll give me a divine creation roll.
Okay.
Then you're gonna hop on the back of it and ride it out.
This says, would I do a divine creation non-damage or?
Yeah. It's just going to be the modifier for it, not your
Okay.
damage.
Plus
got-
1 to Ashley.
+1 to Ashley? Okay.
Ooh.
Or you want to give her advantage, Spoon? Give her advantage. Do it. Hurry.
Please, someone.
10,
Advantage.
9, 8. I would do it if I could, but I can't.
I know.
Which sucks because I have like 80,000 fucking channel points.
You know that I could
He
use
can't.
somebody. Oh, damn, Daniel. Okay, well,
Hold on.
The DM is gonna do it.
okay.
Is that even fair?
It is if the DM says.
I mean, I technically have the points, and I said the players can't do it. I never said a rule that I couldn't.
I feel like we should be able to do it in very special situations.
If you guys aren't in the encounter, sure.
Okay, she got a 9.
A
yeah, I
9?
got a 9.
Okay. So, what happens is you
This shit's a fucking stuffed animal.
spend an incredible amount of mana into this thing, and you make it
a
becomes
giant fucking plush toy.
no. Actually, instead, you see it become an
pinata.
actual larger living problem for all of you. But the nice thing is you just realized that with the combination of whatever the fuck you two did, you can make something biological. Hooray! So now there's a giant
Hooray.
chimera floating around in the fight.
Life finds a way.
At this moment,
Oh, fuck.
a bunch of alarms start to go off as
Am I still awake right now after
just barely
expending
you're
that
like,
much?
oh,
I'm
fuck,
really fucking out of it.
woozy.
And-
Okay.
I'm feeling kind of woozy, man.
And
It's like my am I still able to like see things, or is like my
it's
eyesight
fuzzy.
kind of?
It's like a whole lot of motion blur.
So I'm somewhat cognizant
You
still.
are. You still are. It's
Okay,
just like
okay.
kind of double vision. You're hazy. You're like,
Slow.
oh, yeah.
Okay.
You're
But
feeling a bit of mana exhaustion and just
who
pure
is
damage.
the
Okay.
the chimera focused on?
The apostle, fortunately, as
okay.
it's angry, and you can see him immediately turn and look at you guys with an angry face, and obviously he has to start dealing with this. So they break off
Flip them off.
into a bit of a combat, but you notice an arrow lands right next to you. Like, so he's still trying to pay attention to you guys. The enchanter is also still there, and you guys used both of your turns, right?
Yeah.
So the enchanter lifts his hand, and you can see him start to make another fireball.
I'm gonna try to fly, jump, and shield her.
Okay, it looks like he aims it straight at the ground. So, again, I will allow, since this is obviously a known AoE opportunity, what would you guys like to do?
Oh, you could use your. Oh no, you can't.
You guys can do a counter or a reaction right now if you'd like. I will allow it. You are close enough, all of you, and you're all wounded as fuck.
We're close enough to him to attack him.
You guys are all like right around him.
Okay, I'm gonna. This is all or nothing. I'm gonna try to kill him.
I am going to grab her woozy body. Well, she's not.
By the way, it's
limp,
like glass, so you could probably maybe break through the wall and jump out.
I'm gonna try one last sting with my dagger with a counter. As he's grabbing me, I
well, I
want to
was
try to
gonna-
throw it at
Okay.
Okay.
at the enchanter.
Okay.
I'm gonna head for the in the display case above us and duck behind that.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna
You're
run.
just gonna run for cover.
Try to take her with me.
He's holding. Yeah,
Okay.
he's like dragging me. But I want to also try
Okay.
to.
So I'm gonna be crazy, and I'm gonna I'm gonna run at him and like try to
Do a melee
kind of
attack.
slide and get his legs.
Okay, give me a roll.
If possible, I'll use my.
Because you are being pulled, I'm gonna unfortunately give you disadvantage for this.
I
throw.
figured.
I figured it's more of a push, but still, like I was gonna use my body as a shield to
In case
try,
she
to
gets-
try to prevent as much damage.
Okay, so you kind of do like a
I got
from
a
behind
23 too.
push.
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh,
I mean, even if that gives me like both of us disadvantage.
I got a natural 20 plus 3.
okay, natural 20 plus 3. You slice his legs right off. Blood comes gushing out as his torso.
I got a 22.
Okay, as his torso slops, right as it does, splat, boom, and knife nails right in his forehead. As you can see the life leave from his eyes, but the fireball seems to be completely pulled, completely made. As his arm drops, the mana stays. You start to run, and you continue running, I assume, because Viper.
Oh, I didn't see what was going on.
A
'cause I was
cutscene
just running.
kind of happens, and you run up behind them, and she jumps, and you guys all get pushed as this explosion gets happen. You guys will take a very minimal amount of damage. You won't because you're in front of everybody. You'll take a little bit probably, and you'll
Yeah.
take a little bit. You guys get blasted through the side window, and you're falling like 160 stories or something like that. You give me a Constitution roll to say if you stay conscious. I will give you advantage for this.
I had to do what I had to do.
And you guys see, as you're falling for a moment, you kind of look back, and you guys are trying to catch yourselves. You have wings, so that's fortunate for you.
I'm new to
Actually, all of
flying.
you guys. Yeah. So you try to muster up the ability to fly. I'm going to put that on your Technomancer rolls for now.
19.
19. You're still good.
Okay.
So you.
Can I attempt to? I want to at least. I know I'm tired as shit, but like I want to at least kind of umbrella with my wings and kind of somewhat try to at least bring them into me feebly.
Okay. You guys do. Well, no, you're fine. You're able to fly.
Oh, okay.
You're
I do
able
have.
more
I have
glide.
enough strength.
Yeah.
For, okay. For
You're not
glide.
flying
Okay.
fast or anything, but you're able to keep yourself afloat in the air.
Okay. Awesome.
Oh, shit. Thanks for the subs, man. Jeez. All right. So did you catch yourself on the flight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'd assume so with the
Yeah,
17.
you do. You're falling in. You feel like this sense of urgency. You can't fuck around right now, and it clicks. You're just like, I need to keep myself afloat. I need to help these others, like you've been doing. It's a sense that you don't really normally feel in your normal line of work, but I feel like your character kind of likes it.
It's like I got a god on my side or something.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. You feel like $1 billion, and although it's a bad situation, you guys start kind of drifting
Thank
off.
you, Spoon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, so we drift off.
You guys are kind of floating off, and you see through the window again that chimera thing dead, like multiple arrows stuck in it as it falls from the tower, and you can see him standing, the apostle, looking at you guys, and you can see him knock one arrow from a great distance, and he aims it at you.
At me.
At you don't know who. You guys can't tell from this distance. Let's see if this strikes anyone.
Okay.
Well, then I'm gonna take a shot of my own.
I was gonna say, can I
You can
try
take a
to
shot.
turn around and shoot his arrow with my arrow or
So you're
something?
aiming for the arrow,
Yeah.
I
and
mean,
you're aiming for him.
I'm just whatever, like
Okay.
in the general direction, because
Sure,
Yeah,
give
I
me
want to
rolls.
be like flying backwards and try to, like, with a oh my gosh, why can't I think of what it's called right now? I can't even think of what it's called. The arrow gun thing.
Crossbow?
Crossbow. Jeez.
14.
And you said, what do you want the throw to be? Or what's the roll?
Well, you're throwing something, right?
Right.
So it's gonna be your little your little
My
dagger.
dagger one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, do you have any more spells left?
Oh, that's considered?
Creating things is takes a spell every time.
Okay. All right, then no.
So you
I
don't have
can't.
you'd already used your daggers, so you don't have any left over.
Okay,
so
so I'm at least gonna be like turning around to watch where, like, I
So you
want
wanna try
to
to
hone in on the arrow to try to catch it.
okay.
I'll try to firebolt the arrow.
Okay, you shoot a firebolt at it. And what did you get?
14.
14.
I should have rolled with my actual die.
You see it burst right below him. It kind of shakes where he's standing, and it looks at you like, you fucking bastard. But you did more damage to the building.
That's fine by me.
There was just the bulletless gun, right? Or was the omnium?
Is it? That was just. It was the Omnium one. is what
Okay,
I
so it was
originally
actually a much
went with,
larger hole.
But it's still just damage.
Yeah,
to
it
the
just
building.
damage to the building. The arrow is coming at you, definitely. So you try to catch it. So give me a dexterity roll, not a save. Or actually, first we have to see if she hits it with a fireball.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 9.
You missed.
Yeah.
And I got a 5.
Okay, you go to grab it and it slunks right again into your other shoulder and you pass out. You are in critical condition. You are on the
How
door.
much damage did I take?
It doesn't matter because you're below 0.
I am below. Okay.
So technically you are, if you were in combat, somebody could come over to you and
Kill
kill
me.
you.
Okay.
So you are in critical condition, unconscious right now. You guys fly, you see her get hit and kind of drop in the sky. I'm assuming one of you guys flies and swoops her up, and you guys immediately get your fucking way out of there and get back to your ship, yes?
Can I at the very least bring my wings around me like a reflex almost thing? Like a protective animal instinct.
I mean, you opted
As
to
I'm
turn
falling.
and face.
That's what I mean, like falling.
Right.
Like it was my last, like I missed it as the arrow went through me.
See, you used your, it's more
Like
like
it's
you're,
I kind of almost essentially pushed the arrow further in, if you will.
well, what happened is you tried to grab it and you got hit. So it actually, your wing, it's more like you're falling like a bird with your back. So they're not,
They are
they're
co-
not
but it's-
covered,
okay.
but they're like this.
Okay.
And you're falling down with your back towards the ground.
Okay.
And then whoever wants to go super, you guys fly as fast as you can back to your ship. Do you stay on this planet or do you leave? Or do you try to, well, at this point, you guys get back to your ship. What do you do?
I feel
We need to get off planet at least. Not out of system, but off planet.
I don't think we have a choice but to go back though.
Well, what are we gonna do? Take her to a hospital here? It's not like she can hide her wings in this state.
You're right. We should probably take some time to rest and heal.
She needs more than rest and heal. She needs a doctor. And we're in a dangerous
Do we still
system.
have? We don't. We don't have any of those mending potions left, do we?
I don't think I got any on me. I've got a healer's kit.
Okay.
Yeah, it can stabilize a creature that has 0 hit points.
Nice. Perfect. Use that.
Used.
Okay, you are stabilized. You will not die now because of your wounds. So he's got you very basically patched up. However, you need to get actual medical attention for you to regain hit points. So right now you're like coming in and out, but pretty much groggy, unconscious, and just laying there in the med bay.
I bought those very
Am I
early
able
on.
to? Are we able to infuse mana with things? Or like give mana away?
Very, very broad. What you mean? You want to give her mana?
Yeah.
To like,
Like, is there any way that I can give her some of my mana just to kind of keep her going?
It's really hard. It's really hard. Last time he had me do it was with 2 disadvantage rolls.
I mean, I can try.
Yeah, because when I tried to put, but mine also was divine energy. Just as a reminder, I tried to
I'm
put
still gonna
divine
try.
energy into his weapon.
You don't know until you try, right?
you're looking at her and you realize that perhaps the mana would help if she wasn't in such a physically critical
Physically, okay.
condition.
Am I able to
Watermelon.
walk or am I no? So and they're
You are
still
bedridden.
carrying me.
No. You guys are in the ship now, so you're not being carried. You're just laid out and you're
Okay.
on the probably
The couch.
The couch, yeah.
I'm
something.
going to opt in to use my arcane recovery at this moment.
You cannot use anything right now.
It's
you
not
are
a
simply stabilized. You can't.
It's not a spell.
No. I mean,
It's-
like, no, so arcane recovery is already happening.
So this one specifically is once per day when you finish a short rest. So I essentially want to take a short rest right now.
You can't. You need to see a doctor before
I
you
can't
can
even.
regain
I can't
hit
even
points.
fall. It's not for hit points.
What I mean
You
is
don't
like,
regain any hit points.
what I mean is you're like a static
Oh,
right now. You
okay.
aren't. You need
I'm almost like a
medical attention.
vegetable.
Yeah, pretty
Okay,
much.
okay.
You're just like in the movies where they're just and they're
Damn, I was
time
hoping that was
skipping.
just like an innate. Okay.
Okay.
It will kick in when it's probably still working. It's just not doing
It's really,
anything.
really slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your body's like stasis right
Like,
now.
nah, dude. So I'm back in the tomb.
You're pretty much in the tomb. Yeah.
Gotcha. We both immediately.
You're on your way home.
Okay. What's up?
No, we can't do that.
She's just in the living room like,
Nope.
no, we can't do that.
Cut off that no.
Thank you for the gifted sub.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, to the Laughing Man music.
To my own band.
It's- You know, I wish that we could just go to. How are we even gonna find a doctor for her that's not at a hospital?
Trust me, I'm trying to think the same. Like,
Maybe that garbage place has a potion shop.
which garbage place?
The garbage place, the one where we gave them the the one where
The
we
one we
gave
screwed them over. You want to go back to a place?
Well, you know what? We could use my. We could make my. I could help us look different, and then we have to get her.
I'm gonna
something.
say in a
She's
very
going to
like
die.
dead tone. Maybe they haven't noticed it's fake yet.
I'd rather go to a different moon if we're gonna go that route. Somebody that will definitely not recognize us.
I'm gonna just be like turn and look at the
Go
ceiling.
back to sleep.
I'm not. I can't. I can't even sleep. I'm zombified.
Well, you are going in and out of.
Consciousness, but I'm
yeah.
not sleeping,
No,
right?
not
I'm not even
really.
resting. Yeah.
Viper,
Well,
I
you
don't
do
think
have-
we have a choice.
Dreams.
Oh, I love that for myself. I'll see
So-
if it's anything good.
At this point, if you guys wish to go deliberate whilst she's unconscious and has a vision,
This is the.
Oh
we-
no. Okay.
But before we leave, though, we are on the closest planet to the star, correct?
you guys are actually on Omniren.
Oh wait,
where-
that's not the star. It's not a star.
No, it's a planet. That's no star. All right. So, as you kind of black out after saying that thing one more time, you find yourself kind of like. Hold on.
We got a sneaky snake over here.
All right. You find yourself drifting through the cosmos, like openly, just like floating. You cannot move your body, your extremities. You can't move anything. You're just suspended in space. And you see an individual float up, and he has wings similar to yours. It has been a long time. It is good to see you again.
I'm gonna kind of like squint my eyes and try to like adjust my head and see if I recognize who he is.
You recognize his face.
Okay.
It's Mitron. You haven't seen him in so long. His face just bursts. It saddens me to see you here, child.
Am I able to speak or can I?
You attempt to speak and you do. You can speak back.
Okay, I try to. Okay, I'm gonna kind of like choke out and like immediately just like start crying. And just be like, where have you been? I thought you were dead.
For now, I might as well be.
Where are you?
No, I'm not sure. All I see is darkness everywhere. I get weaker by the day, by the hour, by the second. She's draining me. She has a great plan. Too many pieces on the board. As I said, though, it saddens me to see you here. Your soul shall not be lost.
Where is here? Where are we?
We are in the middle.
The in-between?
Purgatory. Souls come here when they're about to die. Souls get stuck here if they're unable to die.
I'm going to try to like really, really remember to see if this is anything like familiar, like when I was in the tomb at all, like really struggle to try to remember.
It was nothing like when you were in the tomb, blackness. It's like you went to sleep and you woke up and it was
Just thousands of years later.
suddenly. But this
Okay.
is different. You feel time passing and you feel like every time you wake up, like the aches and the pains in your body. You've never felt this kind of thing, even through the battles you've been through.
It's like fever dreams almost.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Like
almost
really, really
worse. Yeah.
realistic fever
It's
dreams.
like DMT fever
We got
dreams.
COVID dreams.
Worse.
Shit. Okay. I don't know what to say. I'm in a sense I don't even care if my soul is lost. I'm just happy to have found you.
I appreciate the sentiment. However, I care if your soul is lost. You hold the key. You are what brought things together. You found an avatar, the perfect avatar for the times that you live in. You found a creation, a being, beyond that which we thought possible, an amalgamation of divinity and chaos. You've embraced chaos and even found perhaps some lies amidst the gods. Your soul must go on. You must fight.
How is my soul supposed to go on when I've only ever fought to find you? Put
You
me
must
back
fight.
then. I don't understand what you want from me. I don't know what you want me to do.
Enough now. You're not acting like the general I brought you up to be.
I'm going to be like crying.
Do not act as though you are a child.
I'm legit going to like fucking
Okay, you're just crying.
like kind of like well, I'm going to be like angry like pouting, you know, and like desperately trying to like you know,
You must.
like a little
Push on.
child almost. Yeah.
I got you. You must push on. You must work with your team.
I'm not strong. I'm not as strong as I was with you.
You are stronger.
When?
You
Where?
must awaken it. You awakened your power in the past with me, but not fully. You were held back by my existence. Because I was always stronger, I could always solve your problems.
I'm going to just like stare at him as like my eyes are just kind of slowly still filling with water. But I'm not like sniffling or anything, just like
Even if you cannot save me, you can save existence. You can help. Who has been born to save existence? You must continue to play your role. There are forces at work on our side too. Secret forces, arcane forces, divine and chaotic forces. I know not all the players of the game, but they are there, and you are a key component, a bishop on this board. You must move swiftly, diagonally, take out any pawns, take out what's equivalent. You must play your role, still, General.
who do I start with, sir?
You start with yourself. You must figure out who and what. That is being a general. If there's no me, you're next in charge. Rise up. You wait, and you kind of like phase back in, and then they're coming back in. I'm gonna go get them.
Okay. My God, my heart rate is actually like Hi, I'm Ashley, you know. That's pretty crazy, right? Anyone else think that was pretty crazy? Just me? I think that was pretty crazy. Oh my glob on my knob. Some shit just went down, and I'm so excited to tell you guys.
Except you can't
Well, not yet.
because you're comatose.
Almost dead. Yeah, pretty much. But it's fine. You know, hopefully. See? Yes. W Berry 96. Am I, when I'm in and out of consciousness, do I have the ability? I'm going to attempt to try to relay a very brief, I'm going to try to say,
You're just gonna
I
sound
see-
like you're crazy.
I just saw Metatron.
You're just gonna sound like you're crazy.
I know, but I'm gonna try to
From her
say.
fever dreams, I just saw Metatron.
Yeah. Okay. So that's how it came. Okay.
Yeah, you just.
That's why I'm like, I'm gonna attempt, and we'll see what happens.
So she shouts that out.
Yeah, we need to find
Did
a
you catch
doctor
that,
quick. She's
Atlas?
No, I did not hear it.
She shouts
I
out.
just saw Metatron.
Oh, okay, yeah, I did catch that.
but she sounds crazy. So
Right.
we really need to find a doctor because she's starting to see dead people.
Where you guys headed?
Whichever one of those 2 moons we haven't been to,
Tiuk.
yeah,
Okay. So
Whichever-
you go to moon number 2.
yeah, the one we
Essentially.
didn't rip off.
All right.
See how quickly word spreads in the rural moons.
Are you guys warping there?
Yes, we should if we have the pathway.
I cannot help.
Do we
You guys
need
have
war-
you can. It's within known galactic
Yeah,
land.
we have the fuel, right?
We're right next to it.
Oh, then yeah. Let's. I mean,
Well, we're not even a planet.
time
right.
is of the essence.
It'd take you probably 2 days to get there if you're just flying normal. Maybe.
Yes, we warp.
Okay. So it takes you about an hour.
Viper.
Okay.
So it takes you
She's like, I am not joking with you this time.
takes about I'd say 2 warp cells. Warp
That's fine.
units.
I'll
Weaver
fill them
Weaver
back
units.
Weaver units.
Weaver units.
It takes 2 Weaver units.
Okay.
And you guys arrive at Tiuk. This place looks to be a little bit. I mean, there's colonies. It's similar to the other one. And there's multiple little space stations that are floating around it. Do you guys land on one of the space stations, or do you go straight to Tiuk? Or to the moon?
What do you think?
Well, the space stations are definitely going to be controlled by the.
To Tiuk it is.
To the moon.
Yes.
Okay. You guys go and you try to find probably one of the less populated ones, or
Yeah, the more the clerics type of they're still believing salves and shit like that type of healers.
Okay, sure. You kind of drift around for maybe an hour and a half, kind of flying through the air, and you see what looks to be a town that has churches and things like that, and then you see it looks like a town that would have clerics and
I was about to say
alchemists.
what kind of churches are these?
You see, it's definitely a church of the one God, but you see around that there's shops for salves. It looks like this is probably the center of medicine of this moon.
Well, it's the best we're gonna do. We better hope they don't turn on us.
One can only hope.
So you guys land just outside. There's no false biome here in this area. It looks like everybody's just wearing bio suits. So
And
you
I'll be
guys,
like, I'm just not strong enough.
do you guys kind of cart her out or carry her?
No,
or-
we're gonna leave her on the ship. We're gonna find
Okay.
We're gonna find the help first.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah. Jetson, is there any way that you can contact Mr. Viper here if her vitals go down?
Absolutely.
I want to be like panicking now. We'll say it's towards like the end of the conversation. You know how my heart raised? I kind of
Okay.
want that to happen, and I want to be like,
It seems as though her heart rate is elevated.
I'm gonna be like, no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Don't go.
It seems as though she's having hallucinations. Shall I
Just keep the
deliver a
doors locked.
sedative?
If
Would
necessary.
a sedative be safe?
I'm not a doctor.
Do you think a
It's
sedative
like I'm
would
just
be
trying
safe?
to. He's channeling his energy. Like, just get her to shut the fuck up.
I don't think she needs it right now. Like, she doesn't need to be put to sleep.
Yes,
How
sir.
about I
She's
stay
already-
with her and you go?
A little dangerous, but whatever.
Well.
We have to do what we have to do.
You might be able to be a little bit stealthier if you're by yourself. So
Yeah, I won't have wings to hold me back. So
yeah. So I'm gonna just sit down by her and like hold her hand or something if she's not flailing or anything.
Okay. So, I think at this moment I'm gonna have to have you two step away,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna have a moment of just you two after that, and
Okay.
then we'll probably end the session.
Okay.
So, you head off into the town. Door opens up. You walk out, and it's not a big place like the places you've been recently. There's no
dirt roads. is
hangar.
all
Yeah,
it
it's all
is.
dirt roads. It's all like pretty much basic, as if you were to think of like an old school town, but in a futuristic type setting. You know, just a random town here. It seems like the air would probably be breathable, but not in a great deal. So you turn on your MP suit, your mana-powered suit or whatever, and yeah. So you have your biome over.
Well, since I'm the only one here, the first place I'm going to head is to the church.
Okay, you head to the church, and you can see there are, as you're walking through the town, it's kind of like a one long road, if
Okay,
you will.
On the way to the church, do I notice any medical facilities? If so, then
Yeah.
that's where I'm going to head.
You do see multiple medical facilities. You see ones for like salves, tinctures, potions. You see one for it says like it's like a cross. It just looks like medical help, maybe triage. And you can see multiple buildings like that, and also different buildings that look like they sell medical, first aid stuff and stuff like that.
All right, well, on my way to the church, when I see the triage building, that's when I'll break off, and I'll go there instead, because I was going to ask the priest where to get medical help, but since I kind
Okay,
of
so you found it. Yeah, it's pretty easy. You go to just any random medical.
the like you said, the second one, the triage with the cross on the front. Just,
Okay, and you got in there and you see there's multiple. You can see there's a couple of like, if you would, they look kind of like Templars, and that are like holding, like technological swords. They probably emit like a beam around them, but they have a very old school look. They look like bastard swords, if you will. And you can see them standing. They look like they're guards, if you will, but they don't really seem to pay attention to you as you walk in. And you can see there's like nurses and things like that just scurrying all about. There's tables. I'm sorry, not tables. There's beds all around, and you can see there are like workers and things like that are on beds getting triage. It's more like curtains that are closed, but there's probably like 60, 70 different beds in here.
All right. Well, I'm going to go up to the least busy-looking nurse,
Okay.
and basically, just please help. I've got a wounded on my ship, and I can't transport them here. I need help getting them. I need medical attention for them.
Give me a roll to see if this is a nurse that is a bleeding heart, or if they're like by the book kind of situation. You might have to go to a few different nurses to get through this.
11.
11. This one, I've got a lot of things to do. I'm and then kind of brushes you off and moves. So you go to the next nurse, like, okay, come on, man, somebody help me.
I'll try 3 times in here before I give up on this.
And then go to a
place.
different place. Okay.
18.
Okay, the second time, it's like it's an older lady. I'm sorry. Where is your friend?
She's on my ship. No, it's not too far from here.
Oh, okay. Let me just grab a few things. What are the wounds?
and then she's been shot by an arrow multiple times. So, she, how do I say fire damage essentially?
She's been singed or she's got
Yeah.
burns.
And what else happened to her? That was pretty much it. Yeah, no. So fire damage and.
All right. Well, let me just grab a few things here. And she grabs a few things, and then she starts
And then I'm
following
gonna
you.
pick her up.
Okay. You pick her up and start running.
Yeah.
Okay. You run back to the ship. And this is where, if you could go swap with them.
Yep.
Oh, yes. Thank you, sir. Just me. All right, so as you're holding her hand, this is more for you, but you are there. And this does,
So I can feel this
Right.
direction.
right. You're kind of like, it's hazy, so you might not remember all the details, but you are there, and you're in and out. And as you're holding her hand, you're like, oh, shit.
Is Viper the one carrying me? Just so I can imagine this in my head. So is Viper the one kind of like carrying me? Or no?
Yeah,
I'm
you're
laying
not
on.
being you're just,
I'm laying on the couch
You're laying
now.
on the couch still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're still being held there. She's sitting there, probably pulled one of the chairs over, and is just sitting as you're, sweating profusely and things like that. You're in bad damage, but you are stabilized. You're just in a lot of pain.
Okay.
And as you're holding, you hear this kind of sound, this whistling around you. You do.
Okay.
And then you feel an arm kind of touch your shoulder, and then a head kind of creep around the other side of your face. Ah, yes. You are quite close to chaos, aren't you, daughter? Look at this one here. A conduit, but born by divinity. You do carry interesting company, don't you?
A conduit to chaos?
Yes.
How is that possible?
It seems as though you've all come in contact with some semblance of chaos. Perhaps you've met with the false god?
Who would this false god be?
The one portraying themselves to be me, the god of chaos.
Then yes, we have.
One,
Once.
please, no.
Her soul is stuck in purgatory right now. Fighting. Experiencing. You'll need her. You and her are keys. You, born of divinity and chaos. Her, divinity channeling chaos. Two pure anomalies. Rebellions to existence. To save existence. What a story. How intriguing. He kind of steps back, steps over. Do you have a plan to save this one from purgatory?
Can I?
Well,
like,
I
at
don't
this-
know how to get to purgatory, so I
You do not need to be
think
in
I'm at a
purgatory
loss.
for someone to be brought back from it.
At
You
this
hold
point,
them
I want
now.
to attempt where I'm at in my mental state. I want to try to focus as hard as I can on relaxing my breathing and going into the meditative state when I practice yoga.
Okay. You can hear her kind of like calm.
okay. What is it that I need to do?
To bring someone back from purgatory, from the potential of death, well, sure, her wounds will need to be cured. But you need to pull that soul back You need to use your own power. You know not what you're capable of. You think simply parlor tricks, illusions. But you strike the mind, do you not? You know what you need to do. Do it, daughter.
Okay.
Live up to your name. Born of gods.
Jeez.
And you hear the door open up again as... I'm going to get him to come back in.
As Viper gets back. Oh, jeez. So much pressure. Under pressure.
Some powerful mother. Can't eat. Mother.
It's all good. I didn't even text you, but... All right, you come back into the door, and he's carrying some small woman who's in like a kind of a nun type outfit.
And I will carry her into where she is laying.
Okay, in the pretty much common area of where you guys are.
Yes.
Oh, she's quite messed up here. Well, I'll get straight to work. She starts doing her thing, and just you guys kind of sit back while she's going to town for like 2 hours. It looks like she's got to do some serious work. You guys have free action.
I am thinking on what I'm going to be attempting here. So I am as quiet as a mouse on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, no, it's kind of one of those waiting room situations. Just sit quietly.
Okay, so a few hours pass.
I'm gonna just keep like mentally meditating.
Okay. A few hours pass, and she turns around. Well, that's pretty much all I can do.
Thank you, nurse. It's more than we could do.
Well, I'll write up the ticket, and I'll have it at the clinic.
I'll escort you back.
Thank you very much. And she leaves. And you're still laying there, but you do kind of, after a little bit, kind of hazily start seeing things clearly, but you keep passing out for some reason.
I was gonna say I'm not. Yeah, I
No.
was gonna say I don't want to come out of it yet.
Oh, you're
to
not?
be okay, good.
Okay, so he leaves to escort her back. So I'll stand up, I'll rub my hands together. I'm just like a
Like
little
a- like a
nervous,
defib?
honestly,
Mind
No.
defib.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, if I need to access her mind, so whatever the heck I'm going to be doing, I'm going to try sitting down, like so that her head's almost like in my lap, and then put my hands on her head,
Okay.
and then try first. I'm gonna try my illusion magic.
Okay.
And try to see if I can, get in there.
Give me a roll.
This is scary. 5.
Okay. As you do, you try the
Oh,
same exact
well,
thing.
And 8.
You try to do the same exact spell casting that you've done in the past, where it's more or less you doing something that makes somebody believe that their mind is struck, their body is struck. And you do that, you actually feel like this kind of rejection.
Okay.
It doesn't work.
Can she tell it's me rejecting her?
More or less.
Okay.
It's just that she didn't even use the right type of spell to start the connection.
Okay,
really.
because
I'm
if
just
someone
trying to figure
tries,
it
I
out.
want to resist too. If
Yeah.
someone tries to break me out, if possible.
Okay.
Okay, that didn't work.
You hear a voice. Don't always try the same things you've always done.
So that means throw water on her. You haven't tried that yet.
Splash! Wake up!
Are you serious?
You bitch!
Did you really have to take it that far?
I was gonna try wine next.
It's because my suit's nicer than yours, isn't it?
Stain your wings.
So lame. Stay in your
No,
wings.
stain your wings with
Oh.
the wine.
What if I tried to use the illusion magic to not just, instead of like directly going straight to her, but to maybe try to use it like between both of us to maybe like establish a connection between the mental? Can I try that? I don't know.
Don't ask me.
Okay, I'm just gonna try.
Okay.
Like kind of like I'll like meditate or while I'm doing it.
Okay. It seems like you're pretty unclear on what you're doing.
I am.
Okay.
I'm just trying.
Disadvantage.
Okay.
Are you touching me while you're doing this? Like, are you holding my hand or anything? Like, how are you trying to connect? I'm curious. How are you trying to connect with me? Like, I want to visualize it.
I'm trying to do it mentally, but I'm not really sure how to.
So, like, you're just sitting near me?
Well, I have my hands on you.
Oh, okay, you're
But
still
that's it,
sitting
yeah.
with my head in your lap. Okay, so your hands are around my head then? Okay. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to kind of relax a little bit and take a deep breath again. I'm going to attempt,
Okay.
yeah, in my mental state.
You think that you do.
Okay.
You don't really.
I can't, obviously, yeah,
you
I
don't
can't
know.
tell.
You don't have
Yeah.
clarification for it. So
Can I feel, though, that someone is trying to come in?
she hasn't even particularly started yet.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Here's my roll. 15.
With disadvantage.
Oh yeah, right. 13.
As you sit there, you feel your mana kind of emanate. You feel it slightly connect with hers, but it's not a mental connection. You feel as though
Okay.
you're starting something. You're focusing. You're trying to get to the point that you need to be, but it's shallow.
Can I feel this at all from my end? No.
Not really. No.
Okay.
I don't have any. Do I have any divine energy at all in my body?
You don't really know. You've never really measured that.
I really don't know what to do here.
Attempt.
Poke her with your spear
Always attempt.
or axe.
Maybe since instead of using my mana, I'm gonna try again, but with the chaos energy.
So you're gonna try to use chaos.
To connect with her.
Okay. Give me your, like, essentially your divine magic, or not divine magic, your illusion magic roll.
An 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
You've never used chaos energy to manipulate illusion, and as you do, you feel this black miasma kind of emanate from you, and you from that you're like, oh shit, what? And you stop yourself from progressing any further as of pure fear. You feel like you're doing something different, but you're afraid of it. Do you wish to attempt again?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna try one more time.
I'm gonna come back. The ship's gonna be wrecked.
I'm gonna take some calming breaths though before I do it, because you know it is scary, but
Okay.
Calming's not what you need when you're trying to
Channel
connect to chaos.
She is the daughter of chaos, though.
But you don't go calm. You go cray cray.
Maybe she's about to find this out.
What'd you roll?
13 plus 3. 16.
Okay. Well, so you reach out and this again, once again, a kind of purplish black miasma starts to emanate from you. What would normally be like the illusion type light, and it's more of like a purplish fractal kind of imagery, and you see it settle on the top of her and kind of start to, I guess, not really glaze, envelop her, and very tightly on the skin, as you do now feel this in your meditative state. You feel these kind of arms reaching in, like almost tentacles trying to reach to pull you back from purgatory. You resist it, I assume?
It's making me uncomfortable, or like what do these arms?
They don't. The thing is normally you'd look at them and they would make you feel uncomfortable, but for some reason these look they feel somewhat inviting, like they're familiar to you.
So I'm gonna definitely like stiffen up and kind of like somewhat almost kind of like I'm gonna attempt to create some sort of like divine energy shield all over my body, but then also still accept whatever the arms are trying to do.
Okay. As you do, you feel the arms kind of, as they touch the,
Divine.
I guess, the creation that you made,
Okay.
the outer wall, you could feel, it feels like a familiar hand, like a friend. Is trying to grasp into this dark abyss that you're in and pull you back.
It's the claw.
It's not the claw.
Okay. I'm gonna relax and
Okay.
just kind of fall back into it.
You wake up and she's holding you, and then the mana kind of pulls back to you, and you look down at your friend who's now awake, and you get back. Did you pay the credits?
You didn't tell me how much.
Okay, that's why I was sure if you didn't pay for it right there, if you were like, oh.
Well, she said she was going to write the
Okay.
tickets up, so I figured I'd just walk back with her.
It looks like about 600 credits.
Thank God we went somewhere cheap.
So is she still holding my head?
Even more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna like quickly get up and like fall
You feel
to my.
groggy as fuck, so
I
you fall
figured
down
I'm gonna.
immediately.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Fall to my knees and like immediately just put my hands like in, or my hands in my face. I'm gonna put my face in my hands and just start like fucking crying like a little baby.
Okay. At this point, you return after paying all the dues and things like that, and you see her kneeling
I'm gonna be
down
like
crying
fetal position, like
And you're sitting
very barely
on the
going
couch, like,
fetal.
what the fuck?
Is she broken?
I'll just go and embrace her.
Okay.
I'd be like, I need my cloak, please.
Your what?
My cloak.
Oh, okay. I'll go get her cloak
Okay.
and I'll wrap it around her.
Oh yeah, I want to like completely bury under it and just kind of veg out.
Okay.
It's very emotional.
All right. You
I
can
don't
see.
usually get emotional.
Let's actually carry her to her quarters, Viper.
Okay, it's not good to see you in this state, but it's good to see you awake.
I don't think she answers.
I'm just gonna keep like,
whimpers as you put her in her quarters.
And I will go and take off and into low orbit, essentially.
Okay. You guys are just kind of floating in space right now.
Hey, it feels good not to rip off one of these planets or cause destruction.
All right. Well, you guys have free action right now because there's nothing going on crazy. You guys are not being scanned. You're not traveling. You're not in particular danger. You're now
I need
capable of
to
resting.
take- oh, I'm not capable
No,
of
you're
resting
now
now?
capable.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm opting in to take a long rest.
Yeah. You'll need a full 8 hours
Yeah.
of rest.
I could go for a rest myself too. I need to regenerate my hit points.
Well, before we rest, why don't we sit down and eat something before we?
Okay, I could go for a meal.
Okay.
Okay.
so-
Can't go wrong.
I'm gonna stay in my room. I'm gonna be depressy Wessy right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, so I think actually it's a bit early, but I think that's actually a pretty decent place to leave off. If you guys finished, you guys escaped. It was a tough bout. Everybody's stable, and you guys are in low orbit around one of the small moons out of Tiuk. You guys still need to go back and deal with this problem, but perhaps you need to do it a different way.
Yeah, we just need to get her out of her bad mood before we progress any further, because we can't be a man down.
That's true. This is a very dangerous spot that you guys are in.
Especially the man that could tell the fake spear from the real one. Whereas none of us could.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you everybody who decided to pop in tonight. We appreciate you guys' support. We will see you next week for
Thank you.
another session.
We do. We go every Monday, by the way, for you who are new here. Every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please
is
tune
correct.
in.
Yep. And join the Discord if you want to keep updates. Cheers.